two straps, type of sizes of straps for different sizes of mirrors, the smaller and the bigger. Little pry tool. This looks like our power for the mirror with the USB-C connector. Excellent. I'm not quite sure what this is. These are probably mounts for the cameras. This is the GPS unit. Okay. Manual. Couple stickers. Nice, nice. Probably a little sticky wire holders with some sticky back. GPS unit. Cloth. This is the main reason I got this, is the rear facing camera so that I can see out of the back. So I'll have to go figure out how I'm gonna mount this. Alright. Feels good, solid. Well, before everything, let's make sure it powers up, and it looks like it just did. Excellent, so we can proceed with the installation. The rear cam install is the only thing I got this, so I want to have a better view out of the back, which is kind of limited, partially because of my netting up there where I kind of hold the window covers and stuff like that. But that's gonna be probably the hardest part of all this thing, so let's figure this out. All right, so I just got 3 bundles, 3 wires. GPS, power, and the rear cam harness. Just kind of untangle all this mess. And the idea is I'll start running everything from here, start tucking it down there, up here. Then I'll figure out what to do with the remaining wire, but one will go up to the rear, and one will continue down to the 12-volt cigarette lighter. Let's do this. All right, so here's kind of how I did that. Basically, I had to run one at a time as it was a little cumbersome to do all 3 at a time. Basically, I got 3 of them plugged in right here so that my all angled and all nice and tight. Put the little Velcro there and tucked everything underneath. And then I routed them this way. So the power and GPS kind of coming down here, I'll just have to secure the GPS unit. The camera was routed this way, and now I gotta do the other half. But so far so good. So far so good. I glued the GPS unit and then just tuck the wires underneath, run the wire to the power. So that's plugged in. Now I just gotta zip tie this to something underneath. Fasten it so it doesn't get caught on the foot or anything, and then we can move on to the rear cam, which is probably the hardest part of this. All right, continue on with the camera wire. Run through here, tucked it over here, moving to the back of the car. Should I go this way? Down, up, and over here. That's the plan. To make it easier a little bit, I loosened up these 2 bolts, popped the caps off so that I can tuck the wire underneath. So now the wire is over here. So I ran it down, and I already had some wiring in here. Right now, honestly, I currently don't feel like taking all this paneling off and fishing it through there. It was kind of a pain getting it through there. I remember it's really tight, and pulling this through might be difficult. So I just decided my antenna wire already goes through here. I'm just gonna tack onto that. You gotta make sure you leave a little drip loop there for any kind of moisture if it's going to be going down, so it just keeps going down on your car. But basically got that nice and snug. Zip tie here next to my antenna for the radio antenna. And probably for right now I'm just gonna go in here and just tuck it in there and put it in here for the time being. So that's the plan for right now. Alright, so this is where my additional light, rock light coming in. Basically serves as a light for the table setup over here. So we're gonna try to run this alone. And there's plenty of room to hide this. So these actually, if you ever need to remove this, these are just a bunch of clips. So after you remove this and then these bolts over here, this cover and these bolts over here, then you can just start popping this gently and then it will come off. We'll just have to pop a little hole over there. I think this is how I'm gonna get it mounted. I'm gonna untouch the internal bracket and so that to allow for some flexibility, and we'll probably just put a hole like right there. I need to widen, need to make it a little bigger. Yep, I do. There you go. Okay, now I'm gonna swap this bracket for the internal bracket that has with an extra swivel, therefore it'll allow for a little bit more articulation. Here's what that looks like. So I swapped this out and put the sticky tape on that so that we can secure it to that. And should be something like that. Yep, I like that a lot. So that allows for a lot of flexibility in case I need to fine tune. So I gotta make sure it doesn't, just gotta make sure it doesn't hit. So let's connect this. And so here's the final product. We got the mirror installed, and so you could kind of use it. It's reflective enough to could work as a regular mirror, but you can turn it on, and that will display a rear camera. You can see my messy garage. You can swipe, and I'll show you the front camera, which is on this side right here. It's adjustable as well, and so you can have a certain degree of adjustability there, or you can have a split screen if you'd like. I actually intend to use it as a rear camera, so that's probably what most of the time it's going to be in, as the whole point was for me to improve visibility. As you can tell, it's a little, but yeah, basically, pretty happy with the result. We'll see how it works, and you can record and stuff. This thing records on the loop. So it has a GPS sensitivity detector. If you get in an accident or if you brake really hard, it will record a 1 minute video or 2 or 3, depending on how you set it up. Always records, lots of options here. You can change the resolution to basically allow you to set 4K and 10 front and 1080p rear, 2.5 front 1080p rear, or 1080p on both front and rear camera. Display modes, it can turn on or turn off audio recording, whether it records constantly or not. A loop recording, you have an option of 1, 2, 3 minutes. Probably keep it at the minute so your videos are not massive if you're looking for a particular spot. That's the sensitivity, GPS sensitivity. In case you run over something or brake really hard, it will save that clip. Fatigue reminder, if you need to pull over, so you can set a reminder. Wi-Fi allows you to connect the phone app and pull videos. Volume, I turn all that off. I don't like any beeps or any noise. Click tone, turn that off as well. Screensaver, I'm not sure whether I would need that if I actually want to use this as a rear camera. The brightness, so you have some, I think you can also do the brightness like this. Yeah, that's the thing I've seen somewhere. Alright, I'll have to look through that. Exposure, what else is there? I got voice control, mirror flip, rear camera flip. You can set off reverse line. You'll probably need to pull to the parking spot to adjust those. GPS adjustments, signal strength, and you can choose whether you want to display the GPS on the recording or not. Timestamp, speed, clock, all the basic stuff. Oh, that's interesting. Flicker, okay. And then of course the help center, format the card. That's where you format the card, and you can reset and start over. It comes with an app where you can kind of preview and download the videos or pictures that you have saved. All right, we'll see how it works out. This is what it kind of looks like from the outside, in case you wonder. So 2 straps hug the Wolfbox camera to the built-in mirror, and the camera right there.